back in Colorado here after Michigan. It's been a little bit. So I pulled a cow elk tag for a couple of units and haven't really gotten to get out to go scope out this new unit that I wanted to. So taking Arvo with me today and going to check it out. So I'm just checking on my maps here. There's this little trail called Greenhorn Gulch. And I do want to get over into that green spot on the map. It's a wilderness area. So I'm just going to hop out and check out what that looks like. Looks like it's just that little trail right over there with a sign. So one possible place just to kind of hike through here. There's a trail. Arvo, get back here. Come on. Just a trail going up along through here called Greenhorn Gulch. And right there, a nice little elk track. It's all super dry out here. So who knows when that one was from. It's actually kind of powdery, and just kind of tap it with my foot. And it moved in, so I don't know. It's really dry out here. But they might come through here. Let's see what we got over this way. So yeah, this is the road. And it's a super nice road so far. Just comes up, that's where we came up from, and we are heading out that way. Well, let's continue on. We stopped because we found a spot that has some vantage point here, but it is just as far as you can see. All the way down, there's a road down that way that takes you by an old cabin looking thing. So we might head down that way. The road still does continue, and I think it ends and goes into the wilderness, so we have to turn back. I do want to see what this other spot was like. So I bet this place that we're at right now would be taken pretty quick by someone hunting, so we have to get out here soon to grab this spot. Maybe like one night out here and then just glass to see what might show up out over through all these hills. We're in kind of a small spot in the BLM. It's not like there's a lot of private land, ranch land that's all around us. So yeah, and when you can see this far, you're gonna have to try to follow them to get into the wilderness area, which is out over that way, and really hazy as the sun is right over that way. But that's where you would really want to be to get into them. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on moving around. We're making our way back out, but we did find this one little camping area here, and it's kind of nice. You can see so we're on the other side of the wilderness area, as in we were over that way across that first ridge, and now we're over here. So this side has a little more BLM and wilderness area, but this looks pretty well established. I'm sure people like to camp in here. I'm not sure what all these orange flags are here for. So, but this isn't that bad of a little camping spot. Fire ring's already there, and then you got little holes to glass out of, and then pretty decent access to get out into. We're right on the edge of the wilderness area here, so possible spot, but I'm sure this is another one that'll go pretty quick. But kind of like it. There's some scrub brush and junipers and stuff in here. All right, let's carry on. So this is one area I was considering because there's like a horse. It probably used to be a little 2-track trail, but it's closed now because it's in the wilderness area, and it goes from one side to the other. So I was thinking this might be a spot to walk through for a day. So we're just going to walk down to the trees and see what that looks like down this way as a potential. I see a little bit of promise here. There's pretty fresh looking tracks, although it might be a horse track. Kind of hard to tell. Some of them have like a horseshoe type shape and then are small. But that might be an elk calf. And some are bigger. Like this one right here. It's a little bit bigger. And they're all heading that way. They're all heading that way towards the sun. So, I don't know. Might be something out here. Well, I think it might have a little bit of promise. You're up on this little hillside, and I've just come out of the tree line here behind me. And, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. Could definitely glass and see a few things from here sitting around these trees or just walking along this line, popping out every once in a while. And there's some more evidence here. Some poop. So, I don't know. I think I'll mark it as a point and we'll come back and check it out. So now we're out of the BLM area, and we're just going to drive down the Colorado River Road for, I'm not sure how long or yet. We got one more access point to go in and check, but we've been driving along the Colorado River the past 20 minutes or so and just came across these rapids. Wanted to stop and take these in for a minute. Well, after scouting last weekend, and didn't spend the night anywhere, so I ended up coming back out to the place from last year and gonna camp it for a few nights right here. I have a great view and good access to different hunting spots. Here is the view way out over that way. Maybe that's my old hunting unit where I got my first mule deer in Colorado. This time his first rifle for elk. So I'm going to try over here for a few days in the same spot that my friend and I were at last year. He's coming up tomorrow night, and see what we can scare up. Well, I'm just going to set up my tent, claim my spot, and I'm going to go scope out some other areas here. Same tent that I had from Michigan. I've had that tent for a long time. It's starting to get pretty ragged, but it is what it is. So my camp is pretty close to this little pull off here. I marked this spot last time just as a trail to walk on. So I think this goes down along a creek and into the woods in there. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'm just going to walk through this and then walk back up the road along the other side around this little pond. So I'm just going to walk in here and see what this looks like a little ways in. All right, let's go. Down this trail in like maybe a quarter mile or so. It's pretty well traveled, but I still think it'll get me down into the spot that I want to go. I can always just wander around in here all day, see what comes up. There's some water that's down this way a little ways. It's called Slate Creek. And there's some cat poop, or fox poop rather, on the ground. So yeah, it's just a nice little trail. It'd be sweet just to walk on it, really. There's a lot of cow poop out here too. There's ranches that are on the way in, and they have a ton of cow, so they let all their cow up into here. I hear something. don't see anything, but I hear something. But yeah, they let all their cow up in here just to graze in the wildlands and the forest and stuff. And it looks like this right here is an old cowboy toilet or rancher toilet. Nothing much left of it anymore. I bet people drove down in here in the past and had a camp down in here. It's a sweet spot too. All right, I'm going to continue on. I don't see anything out there. I heard something moving through. Sometimes it's something small. All right. Yep. Up here to some water. Just this must be Slate Creek just flowing through. And there's actually a culvert right here. So this used to be a road, definitely at one time. There's a culvert just sending it right down. So this would be a sweet spot to just kind of head into the forest and follow this creek down. And oh man, it's so pretty. I'll show another view of the creek coming through. A lot of moss and everything into the forest. Just running up there. So peaceful up here. And then there is over here a little like ponded up area. Little ponded up area down over there, and then a lot of tracks. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really see what the screen shows. These look like, and maybe there's some elk stuff in here, some cow, and even like a fox or a dog or something in there too. Oh, we all know the saying, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around, does it make a sound? I don't know if I want to hear those ones fall down right now. Just that one poor tree is holding that whole mess up. Well, my theory is, just from being here last year too, and the year before for my mule deer hunt, is that all these animals are down in the ranches during the day, feeding and just carrying on, and then they come it's still nice up here right now. Like we're at 10,000 feet, and it's getting down to probably the high 30s at night. There's no snow or anything up here. So my theory that they go down to the ranches during the day and follow back up on these draws is what I think that they are doing. So I'm not too worried about being out here in the open right now if they're down there. This way tomorrow morning and just see what comes up down this little trail. There's just some more open type stuff as we get further down. So I want to see what that's like. All right, this is where it's going to be tomorrow, just all through here.